Hey, let's live in Universe at Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K Universe Mode. It's the final episode of Raw before SummerSlam. The biggest party of the summer is coming very, very soon. But this is our final stop on the Raw side of things, so we're going to kick the show off with 6-man tag team action. So here we go. Out first, a Lucha legend, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio makes his way to the ring. He teams up with the Raw Tag Team Champions. The Viking Raiders making their way to the ring. And their opponents, of course, the OC making their way to the ring. Gallows and Anderson will be challenging for the Raw Tag Team titles at SummerSlam. AJ Styles teaming up with his Good Brothers tonight. It's going to be Mysterio starting it off with Gallows. Here we go. And Gallows picks him up and hits him with a sidewalk slam. Gallows immediately dropping Mysterio, went for a kick to the back, Rey out of the way. And Rey, whoa, look at him go, tilt-a-whirl. Hurricane Rana takes him down. Rey Mysterio now with a stomp. Gallows, though, back to his feet, hits him with a back body drop. And then Gallows picks him back up. Luke Gallows for a left, Mysterio counters with a right. And Mysterio, there's a drop kick, Gallows swats him away. And Luke Gallows, as Mysterio turns him around. And Luke Gallows puts him up against the ropes. Grabs him. Has him by the legs. And Gallows. Big Alabama slam. Tag made. Here comes Carl Anderson into the matchup. Of course, Carl Anderson got the pinfall victory last week in that #1 Contenders match against the Authors of Pain. That's what got the OC into this matchup. It's now Anderson repeatedly slamming the head of Rey Mysterio off the mat. Anderson goes to pick him up. Mysterio counters, arm drag, takes him down. And Mysterio off the ropes. Spikes him with a Hurricane Rana. Turns Carl Anderson over. Rey Mysterio has him by the arm. And Mysterio, with the arm, takes it down. And now Rey Mysterio looking for the tag. Here comes Rowe into the ring. As Rowe picks him up. Grabs him, and Rowe with a big sidewalk slam to Carl Anderson. And Rey Mysterio picks Carl Anderson back up, and Rowe throws him back in the corner. Oh, went for a splash, nobody home. Carl Anderson now grabs him and turning him around. Carl Anderson. No, Rowe able to fight out of it. Elbowing him in the ribs knocks him back. And Rowe now sends Carl Anderson back in the corner. Oh, nobody home again. Made the same mistake twice. Not a good start for Rowe in this one. As Anderson taking him back towards the corner. Anderson takes him down, kicks him in the back. And, whoa, tag made. Rey Mysterio back in as AJ Styles in as well. Mysterio with a drop kick. And Rey Mysterio gets caught with a right hand. AJ Styles now picks him up, has him on his shoulders, and Styles takes him down with a bit of a stun gun on the ropes. AJ Styles takes down Rey Mysterio. Styles up to the top rope. What's Styles thinking about here? There's AJ Styles perched up high, telling Rey Mysterio to get up. AJ Styles. Oh, Styles off the top, Hurricane Rana to the outside. And now Styles, no. Mysterio back to his feet, hits him with an uppercut. And Rey Mysterio, Crucifix takes him down. Referee at the count of 3 now as Mysterio picks him up. Rey Mysterio with a right hand, kicks him, kicking him again. Mysterio. Head first off the apron goes AJ Styles. Referee at the count of 4. Are we looking for a no contest here perhaps, or a count out? Styles with a counter, kick to the knee. 6 count. And Styles goes back in the ring. And Mysterio follows. Now Rey Mysterio, tag made. Here comes Hansen in the ring. Oh, good lord, there's a crossbody. Hansen moves. He's a 305-pound man. He moves like he's 105 pounds. Clotheslines him down. Drop kicks him, though. Carl Anderson now getting fired up in this one. Carl Anderson now grabs him by the leg and takes out the leg of Hansen. Elbow to the back. They got him back up now, and Hansen in trouble. Anderson off the ropes. Kicks him in the head. A machine gun kick from Carl Anderson. And Carl Anderson now, no. Hansen uppercuts him. And Hansen throws him in the corner. Tag made. Rowe is in. Oh. Big drop kick from Rowe. Or from Hansen. Yes, from Rowe. As Hansen hits him with a big leg. And AJ Styles slips into the ring, though. Oh, almost caused Rowe to hit Hansen there. Anderson back to his feet. Hits Rowe with an arm drag. Picks him back up. Now he's got him over the top out to the floor. And now he follows him to the outside. And Rowe picked back up by Carl Anderson. Goes for a kick. Rowe with a knee strike. And Rowe with a right hand, then a kick. Rowe knocking him back. Referee at the count of 3 now. Rowe bounces him off the steel steps. Now Rowe picks up Carl Anderson. 4 count. Anderson back to his feet. Right hand from Rowe. Kicks him. 5 count. Kick to the ribs, though, from Rowe. 6 count. Anderson counters. Bounces him off the apron. 7. Does it again. And Carl Anderson. Well, it's going to end in a count out if he's not careful. 8 count. 9. Rowe beats the count, so does Anderson at 9. Rowe grabs him, but Anderson finds the counter. Carl Anderson turns him around. Carl Anderson throws him in the corner. Tag made. Gallows is in. Gallows and Anderson. Oh, here it comes. Into the Magic Killer. Cover. 1, 2. Mysterio breaks it up, and Anderson kicks Mysterio in the head. Gallows back into a cover now as 1. And a kick out from Rowe. He's had enough time. Hansen up to the top rope. Carl Anderson, though, gets him down. Oh, an elbow to the head from Rowe. And a big right hand from Rowe. Turns Luke Gallows over. And Rowe into the camel clutch on Luke Gallows. Gallows in some trouble here, but Gallows manages to slip out of it. Luke Gallows with a right hand. Rowe with a counter. And Rowe with a right. And Rowe with a big drop kick. And now Rowe's calling him up. Full Nelson slams him down, knee to the back of the neck, into the cover. Could this be enough? 1, 2, no. Carl Anderson breaks it up. Oh, Rowe went to take out Carl Anderson. Hansen following him. As now Luke Gallows sent in the corner. Tag made. Rowe tags Hansen back in. Big takedown there from Hansen and Rowe. Down goes Luke Gallows. The War Raiders doing a pretty good job of keeping Gallows isolated here. Rey Mysterio hasn't been back in the match in a while now. As, oh, look at this. Oh, God. Out of the ring goes Gallows. Rowe tagged back in now. Now he follows Gallows out of the ring. Referee at the count of 1. Has to restart his count. As off the apron goes Gallows. And back into the ring he goes. Oh, and Luke Gallows, he's trying to make a tag. Here comes the phenomenal one. AJ Styles back into the ring now. Styles, oh, went for a clothesline. Rowe kicks him down to the mat. And Rowe shut that down pretty quickly. Here comes Hansen back into the matchup. Now Hansen picks up AJ Styles. Big spine buster takes down the phenomenal one. And now AJ Styles in trouble here. Big right hand to the head. And Hansen now picks Styles up. Styles, uppercut. AJ Styles. Oh, wait a minute. Rolls the big man through. Calf crusher. Calf crusher locked in. Is Hansen going to have to tap out? No, an elbow to the back knocks AJ Styles back. As he picks up. As now Hansen with another spine buster to AJ. And AJ now trying to reach out to Gallows and Anderson. Shoves Hansen back to the mat. Taking him back up, though, back to his feet. AJ Styles has him up. And neckbreaker takes him down. And Styles turns Hansen over. Styles has him by the neck. And AJ Styles are going to take out the neck here. Takes him down. Styles out of the ring. Calling for the end. AJ Styles going for phenomenal. Forearm, no. Gets swatted out of the air by Hansen. And now Big Hansen has him up. And spikes him into the mat. That's got to be it. Cover here. 1, 2, but Anderson there to save it. And Rey Mysterio goes after Carl Anderson. Styles kicks his knee out from under him. Drop kick. It's Rey Mysterio to get out of the ring. Styles taunting Mysterio, though, while standing on the hand of Hansen. And now Styles has Hansen by the arm. And Styles takes out the arm. AJ Styles picks up Hansen again. Styles, whoa, rolls him through again. Another calf crusher locked in. Is Hansen going to have to tap out this time? Styles, that's it. Makes Hansen tap out. The OC are your winners. That calf crusher is deadly, and it did the damage to the leg of Hansen. And the OC are going into SummerSlam with a victory over the tag team champions. Credit where it's due to Hansen. I thought right there he might have had the match won. The OC get the win. Let's check out the rest of the show. Well, of course, we had our opening six-man tag that we just saw. Buddy Murphy got the victory over Cedric Alexander. The Authors of Pain knocked off the team of Slater Gator, picking up some redemption wins for themselves after last week. Natalia got a win over Ruby Riott. We're going to have Charlotte Flair taking on Shayna Baszler. The winner gets Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. And our main event, Ricochet takes on Seth Rollins. And this match is going to be a #1 contenders match to the Raw Women's Championship. The winner gets Becky Lynch in just 6 days at SummerSlam.
Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair making her way to the ring. She has not had an opportunity at the Raw Women's title in a while. Many think that she might actually get the win tonight. It's a pretty split crowd when it comes to who they think is going to win this matchup. As the Queen of Spades, the former NXT Women's Champion, making her way to the ring.
And her opponent from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
Of course, Shayna Baszler was the NXT Women's Champion when we started Universe. She recently lost the championship to Rhea Ripley at TakeOver Brooklyn. But tonight, she's looking to move things up for herself. She's been moved from Monday Night Raw full-time. She's moved across to Raw. And now tonight, she takes on one of the best competitors we have in all of the WWE, Charlotte Flair. And the winner gets Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. So it's Baszler and Flair. Here we go. And oh, Shayna using the MMA experience in the early goings, but Charlotte with the power there with a big shot with a boot. And Baszler decks her in the ribs. And Shayna kicks her in the head. Shayna laughing in the face of the Queen. That is not something you want to do to Charlotte Flair. Oh, Charlotte went for a chop. And Charlotte now sends her off the ropes. Charlotte. Neckbreaker to Shayna Baszler. Right hand. Went for a kick. Baszler turns her around. Baszler takes her down. Cover. That's all of Charlotte's own weight put against her as well, and Charlotte able to kick out. And now Baszler, right hand to Charlotte. And Baszler grabs Charlotte, has her up. Charlotte, kick to the back of the knee. And Flair floats over. DDT to Baszler. And Charlotte Flair picks up Shayna Baszler. Charlotte Flair sends her into the corner. And Charlotte with a forearm to the face. Went for a kick. Baszler retreats under the bottom rope. Charlotte, just like her dad, Ric Flair, with a bit of a woo there. Well, Charlotte stalking Shayna Baszler. And Baszler, well, the Queen of Spades pulling herself up the top rope. A chop from Charlotte Flair, though. Baszler. Oh, here we go. Combination strike here. Oh, and there's the big shot there from Baszler. Baszler goes to pick up Charlotte, and Charlotte knocks her back. Charlotte Flair with a big elbow strike. And now Charlotte telling Baszler to stay down. And Charlotte attacks the arm. Charlotte, oh, head scissor here. And Baszler trying to fight her way out of it. She rolls out of it. And now it's Baszler's turn. Baszler into a submission hold. Oh, triangle choke. A guillotine choke, excuse me, from Shayna Baszler, but Charlotte Flair, look at this, powers Baszler up into a spine buster. And now Baszler could be in some trouble here. Flair's got her. Charlotte gets caught with a elbow to the face from Baszler. And oh, Shayna Baszler back into the guillotine. Shayna trying her hardest to choke out Charlotte. Charlotte again, though, managing to fight out of it. And hits Shayna with another spine buster. And now Charlotte's got her. Charlotte Flair throws her across the ring. And Flair now. Head scissor takedown. Elbow to the head. Kick to the back as well. Charlotte Flair picks her back up to her feet. Flair with a spear. That is a big spear from Charlotte Flair. Into a cover. One. And a kick out from Shayna Baszler. Charlotte Flair now stands over Baszler, who rolls back to her feet. Baszler with a big knee strike. And now Shayna picks up Charlotte. And Charlotte Flair in trouble as Shayna Baszler, as I said, that MMA experience, really doing her wonders in this matchup with Charlotte. But Charlotte now has her swinging neck breaker. And now Flair. Oh, well, we know it's coming. Or, excuse me, I thought we knew it was coming. I could be wrong. I thought we might have been seeing the figure 8 momentarily. Seems I was incorrect, as Charlotte stomps her down. Oh, no, I was just a little early. Now, into... She's in the figure 4, but now she's going to bridge it into the figure 8. Locked in on Shayna. But Baszler... Oh, she's got the leg of Charlotte. And she fights out of it. Right hand to the head. And Baszler in trouble. Charlotte. Sidewalk slam. Backbreaker. Working over the back of the Queen of Spades. And takes her down. Charlotte Flair. Dragging her away from the ropes now. And Charlotte turns her over. Charlotte into another cover. One. And another kick out from the Queen of Spades. Kick to the back from Charlotte. Baszler in some trouble. Charlotte now has her by the neck. And now Charlotte has her by the neck. Charlotte, oh, what's the Queen gonna look for now? She's up to the top. Charlotte. Oh, nobody home. Crashes and burns on that one. Shayna grabs her. Baszler with a kick. And Baszler now has Charlotte. Flipping her around for the gut wrench. And Charlotte now still in trouble. Baszler still holding on. Still holding it in. Another gut wrench from Shayna to Charlotte. And Baszler now turns Flair over into the cover. 1, 2. Charlotte kicks out. Baszler can hardly believe it. Charlotte Flair just kicked out. As now Baszler standing over the Queen. Right hand knocks her back. Does it again. And Charlotte, though, has her up on her shoulders. And Charlotte into a backpack. Stunner. Charlotte Flair has her down now. As Charlotte standing over Baszler now. Turnabout's fair play. We saw Baszler doing this to Charlotte. Now Baszler crawls towards the ropes, using the ropes to get herself back up. Shayna back to her feet. Tells Charlotte to come on. The intensity between these two now. And, oh, Charlotte. Well, I think she suckered her in. Went for the chop. Baszler knocks her back. Kick to the ribs. Shayna Baszler has Flair up into Karafuda clutch. Oh, but Charlotte wastes no time. Grabs the ropes, uses them to her advantage, and knocks Baszler back. Elbows her in the nose as well. Charlotte with another spear. May have knocked her out with that one. 1, 2. Shayna somehow just kicked out, though. Well, if the figure 8 didn't work, I think we know what Flair's going to look for next. Oh, went for the kick. I think she was going to go for natural selection. But Baszler grabs her again. Gut wrenches her. Flips over her. And Shayna Baszler takes her down with a second gut wrench. And now Shayna Baszler standing over Charlotte Flair. Wipes her feet. Says it's over. Baszler kicks her in the ribs. Grabs Charlotte. Picks her up. Second time. Oh no, Charlotte finds the counter. And Charlotte with the kick. Into natural selection. Charlotte Flair may have just pulled that one out. Into a cover. 1, 2. Shayna Baszler kicks out. And now Charlotte Flair. Well, shaved of her dad with that one. Clothesline. And another. Charlotte ducks off the ropes. Baszler dodges her. Baszler with a knee strike. Baszler now turns her over, and Shayna Baszler, oh, putting Charlotte in the camel clutch. Baszler, it's not her typical submission, but it could be enough. But Charlotte Flair slips out of it and takes her down. Drop kick from Charlotte. And now Baszler back to her feet. Shayna Baszler gets kicked in the ribs. Charlotte with another elbow strike. Shayna rolls under the bottom rope. Now Shayna Baszler going to catch her breath. Charlotte Flair follows her though. Forearm strike from Charlotte. Shayna with a counter. Shayna grabs her. And Shayna hurls her over the barricade. Telling Charlotte to come back though. They aren't done. Baszler clotheslines her upon her re-entry at the ring though. And now Baszler with Charlotte. And Baszler looking for another guillotine choke. Oh, but Charlotte, that's got to be a rope break that time. I had a feeling that would be a rope break. I saw Charlotte's arm go right over the rope there. And, oh, went for that kick. Charlotte finds the counter. And now Charlotte. You got to think Becky Lynch is going to be watching this matchup real close, because whoever wins this one is going to go on to face her at SummerSlam this coming up weekend. 6 nights from now. As Charlotte turns Baszler back over. Looking for the win. And Baszler gets the shoulder up though. Kick to the back. And now Charlotte picking her back up. Charlotte went for the spear. Got caught that time. Kick to the ribs from Baszler. Baszler wasting no time. Back into the gut wrench. She's been favoring those gut wrenches tonight. Those do a lot of damage. Those will knock the wind out of you if you get hit with one. And now Charlotte down in the center of the ring. Baszler stands over her. Could this time be it? Shayna grabs Charlotte by the hair. Right hand to the ribs. Kicks her. Could this be enough? Karafuda clutch. No, but Charlotte again managed to use the ropes to her advantage. And uses her elbows to fight out of it. And Shayna throws Charlotte in the corner. Charlotte with an elbow. And now Charlotte with Shayna. Shayna with a right. Shayna turns her around. Baszler. Whoa. Rolls Charlotte through. 1, 2. Whoa. Charlotte somehow kicked out. And Baszler's got her up. Baszler takes her down. Shayna Baszler working over Charlotte now. Goes for a desperation cover, it seems. 1, 2. Charlotte gets the shoulder up. You can see the fatigue on both women now as Charlotte barely got her shoulder up there. And Baszler with another kick. As Baszler grabs her, but no, Charlotte finds the counter. Charlotte picks her back up. Charlotte went for the chop. Oh, and Baszler counters with one of her own. Well, they say you don't chop a Flair, but Shayna Baszler does what she wants. And now Shayna stomping away on Charlotte Flair. As Baszler picks her back up. And Baszler, another sidewalk slam. Baszler looks to pick up Flair. Flair finds the counter, hits an arm drag. And Charlotte Flair grabs Shayna Baszler, has her by the back. Throws her in the corner. And Shayna Baszler with an elbow. Bounces Charlotte off the turnbuckle. And Baszler, German suplex. Charlotte Flair in the corner now, a bit stunned off of that one, but she finds the counter, and Charlotte takes her down. Charlotte booting Shayna Baszler now. Kicks her in the ribs. And now Charlotte's calling her up, looking for natural selection. Charlotte. Oh, went for the kick. Baszler countered. Baszler with a kick of her own. Here we go. Karafuda clutch, center of the ring. No ropes to save Charlotte this time. She has to tap out. Shayna Baszler is going to SummerSlam. Take nothing away from Charlotte Flair in this matchup, though. What a performance by both women tonight. They both gave it their all, but in the end, Shayna Baszler gets the win tonight. Both women, what a performance on behalf of both of them.
Here is your winner, Shayna Baszler.
The Queen of Spades is the #1 contender. Shayna Baszler is going to SummerSlam. Main event, Rollins and Ricochet up next. After a phenomenal match between Charlotte Flair and Shayna Baszler, it's now time for our main event. As the one and only Ricochet.
Into the ring from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 190 pounds, Ricochet.
Ricochet making his way to the ring. Ricochet tonight has a huge opportunity ahead of himself. He's taking on the Universal Champion. As here he comes, the man that defends against Drew McIntyre on Sunday. The Universal Champion, Seth Rollins.
And his opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the WWE Universal Champion, Seth Rollins.
Rollins puts the title on the line in what might be his most dangerous, against what might be his most dangerous opponent at SummerSlam, but he's got to focus on Ricochet tonight, because Ricochet is not an opponent to be taken lightly. Ricochet rolls the Universal Champion through. One, and Rollins counters it, bridges over him. One, and Ricochet gets the shoulder up. Ricochet back to his feet. Ricochet kicks him in the head. And oh, Ricochet up to the top rope. Turns around. Ricochet. Oh, went for a Phoenix Splash. Rollins gets the knees up. This match is going to be very different from our previous matchup. Flair and Baszler, very technical wrestlers. Very power-based offense. Ricochet and Rollins, these two are both high flyers. Of course, they're both just very great wrestlers as it is. Ricochet with the Phoenix Splash into the cover on the champion. One, Rollins kicks out again. And Ricochet right hand. And another. Chop from Ricochet. Knocks him back. Rollins grabs him. Rollins throws him down. And now Rollins. No. Ricochet counters. Ricochet with the arm drag. Ricochet off the ropes. Ricochet. Baseball slide takes down Rollins. And Ricochet now up to the top rope again. Shooting star press. No, Rollins kicks out. Ricochet right hand. Rollins with a right. Rollins has him against the ropes. Ricochet counters. Ricochet with a spinning wheel kick. Rollins grabs him now, and Rollins Suplex to Ricochet. Into a cover. But the rope break's going to be forced on that one. Ricochet's foot was under the ropes. Rollins now picks up Ricochet. Ricochet. Uppercut. Went for a drop kick. Rollins out of the way. Rollins with a right hand. Rollins throws him into the corner. Rollins with a forearm. Down goes Ricochet. And now Rollins drags Ricochet away from the ropes. Turns him over. Into the cover. 1. Ricochet kicks out. Ricochet back to his feet. Went for a rolling forearm. Rollins caught him. Ricochet counters. Ricochet attacks the arm. Ricochet with a jab. Went for a kick. Rollins caught him and sweeps the leg. And now Seth Rollins stands over Ricochet, picking him back up. Ricochet gets caught. Rollins rolls him through. Super kick from the Universal Champion. And now Rollins drags Ricochet away from the ropes. Seth Rollins into the cover on Ricochet. 1, 2. Rollins almost had him there. Ricochet got the shoulder up. And now Rollins, picks him up. Rollins into the ripcord knee. Cover on Ricochet. 1. When Ricochet gets the shoulder up. Rollins has not done quite enough damage to put Ricochet down yet. Stomp from Rollins. Ricochet now back to his feet. Ricochet knocks him back. Knee strike from Ricochet to Rollins. And now Ricochet picks him up. Ricochet. Turnabout's fair play. Does the exact same thing to Seth Rollins. And now Ricochet going up top. Ricochet going for an elbow drop. Back up top. Ricochet. Into. Went for the 630 senton. Rollins out of the way. Rollins covers him off of that. 1. No, Ricochet kicks out. And now Rollins with Ricochet up to his feet. And Rollins. Forearm strike. And another. Rollins. Sling blade. And Rollins picks up Ricochet. Seth Rollins. Here we go. Third time now. Rollins. Super kick. Drags Ricochet away from the ropes. And Rollins. Into the cover. 1, 2. Almost had him again. Ricochet got the shoulder up that time. And Rollins now picks him up again. Rollins, second time. Lets it rip with the knee. That's got to be it. Here we go. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And Seth Rollins gets the win tonight. Good showing from Ricochet tonight against the Universal Champion, but Seth Rollins shows exactly why he's the champion. It was right here was the turning point. Had Ricochet not crashed and burned on the 630, Rollins turned it around immediately after.
Here is your winner, Seth Rollins.
Huge win for the Universal Champion. That's all for tonight's episode of Raw. We'll see you on NXT. I've been Xander, and that was Universe.